guys, it's your girl So Chaz coming back to you with a brand new video. So today we are going to focus on eyebrows. So I'm going to do a tutorial to show you how I do my eyebrows. Everybody do their eyebrows very different. There's a couple of ways that you can do it. So I'm going to pretty much start off. I've already pretty much tweezed my eyebrows. Y'all look at this. Why? Oh my god, why? It's getting glued back on, but I have my eyebrows pretty much already kind of tweezed out a little bit, just so I can hurry up and get the video going. I am out of my razors, so that is that. So let's go ahead and get into it, and definitely leave feedback, subscribe, and let me know how you do your eyebrows and any other things that you guys might want to see. So let's get into it. So first, I'm starting off with E.L.F. This is a brow and eyebrow, I think it's an eyelash and eyebrow gel. I don't use it for eyelashes. I just normally do it for my eyebrows. So I pretty much will start applying this, and it's pretty much an applicator. What I like to do is I like to lay down any hairs that may be up and flying. And that way it'll give me a way to see what I'm working with. Typically, a lot of well, some people look like they don't have eyebrows. We have eyebrows, sis. They're just very light, or they, with our complexion being so melanin, sometimes you can't tell that our eyebrows are pretty much there. So this is why we have to do the good old illusion tricks to pull our eyebrows together to pretty much make them look like they are there. So next thing I like to use is LA Pro Girl. It's a concealer. So this is the color Fawn, and hopefully you can see that it's focusing. You want to typically go 2 shades lighter than your actual skin tone, and that way you'll be able to see a highlight under your arch. Now, keep in mind that some people like to do their eyebrows under and above their eyebrows with their foundation so it can look very natural, which that is fine. That's another option that you can do. I preferably like to do the concealer on both the top and the bottom, but I make sure I blend so I don't have that halo. Y'all ever seen the girls that have like that, just look like they didn't blend? Yeah, no. So we want to get rid of that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take my Morphe 432 brush, M432 brush, and it's like a flathead type brush. You can use any type of brush. I'm just telling you what I use. I'm going to take some of the product and I'm going to start doing my eyebrow. I typically like to go straight across and then start raising the arch as I get more towards the end and the tail. Okay guys, so what I typically will do once I start forming my eyebrow and getting that tail as sharp as I want it, I will take my pencil or the brush, whatever I'm using, and I will do it at an angle to see where I need to stop my eyebrow. Everybody's different. Some people take their eyebrow further. I don't personally like that. I like for the eyebrow to look as natural as possible. And now some people, if they're doing a dramatic look or maybe a draggish look, or maybe it's just the way they want to do their makeup for the day, some people may take it down further, but I don't see the need in it. That's not my type of thing. I go back with a little fluffy brush, and this is Real Techniques 402 brush that I'm using, and it's pretty much like a setting brush, if you will. So pretty much I am going to go in and I just want to buff that out just so I can see what I'm working with as I start modifying my eyebrow more. What I mean by modify, I mean I may want to make it thicker, I may want to make it thinner, I may want to take the art a little bit higher. So I really just like to try to build these out so I can see where I am with everything. Now I'm going to come in with a pretty much just a regular pencil from the hair store, and I'm going to go in and I'm just going to lightly fill in those areas where there are gaps, where there's the hair is not necessarily there. And I'm also going to clean up my eyebrow even more so that I can fill it in to make it look nice and neat. Another thing that you also want to do is just be light when you're dealing with black, because black can be a little harsh. I know some ladies and gents use brown. Brown is cool. I normally just like black. I will use brown if I'm wearing a blonde look, or if I'm wearing a particular look that I feel like black eyebrows just may be a little too harsh for that look. So with your spoolie, you are pretty much just taking that product and spreading it out your eyebrow, because again, we don't want it to look too harsh. So let's say you do this and you're kind of like, gosh, I had a good little tail or whatever. Why did that go that way? Or now that looks a mess. You can just always come back, guys, and just fill in or start where you want your arch to be. Sometimes it can be good that you do have it kind of messy like that, because you can go in, or thick like that, I wouldn't say messy, but you can go in and you can just clean it up. I typically go at an angle, and then I come back around go back with my E.L.F. gel, lay this back down. And ladies, gents, boo things, always know it is always one eyebrow that never lets you be great. And as you can see, this is typically that eyebrow. When I go to do my left eyebrow, it always be snatched. But this particular eyelash, or eyebrow, not eyelash, Lord, wants to cut up. It always want to just act the donkey. So so now you can see where I have pretty much taken that product and added that in to make it look more natural. Still trying to make this look a little bit more. Oh my god, I wish this person's dog would hush. I apologize if y'all can hear that. So yeah, so we got that eyebrow looking pretty much good to go. All right, now I'm going to start on the other eyebrow. Same thing, start straight across. And even if you don't have hair there, that's okay, because you're going to fill it in with your pencil. So don't, or your dip brow, or whatever you choose to do, which dip brows are good too. It just depends on the person. And then also, you don't necessarily have to use the pencil to do the eyebrow. You can also use a slanted brush, one it's kind of, it's angled brush. I think this is like I got this from Sephora. And you pretty much can just dip it in the dip brow, put it in, and go together, sis. Get that eyebrow together. And you know, sis, when you doing your eyebrows, you know when you're gonna have a good eyebrow day. I don't know what it is. I don't know, eyebrows are just life. I feel like eyebrows and your eyes with your lashes, they set your face. They bring expression and definition to your face. Of course, you don't want to be looking like we're saying huh all day like that, because that looks crazy. But you definitely can arch them to give them that bitch, who you think you're talking to look. So it just all depends on you and what you feel and do you. And then same thing. Buff this out. And sometimes I would do this before I go to the top. Sometimes I do it once I do the whole eyebrow. It all depends. I just like to buff it out whenever. As long as you buff it out so you can see what you're doing, sis. It kind of gives you a foundation of where you're starting. So I always go up top with a more of a angled type stroke. And I typically will bring my eyebrow down. The other thing about eyebrows is that sometimes you just, it's up on you, sis, how you want your eyebrows to look that day. Like I said, you can make them thick, you can make them thin, raise them high. Some people like to do them thicker up in this area and with a shorter tail at the back. It just all depends. Everything looks good to me from what I've just seen. You just don't want to have your eyebrows going straight across, because you kind of look a little crazy, and you just want to try to take your time. And I understand everybody has had that struggle where our eyebrow was looking like the bridge that we use for when we're doing division, and they look like the little denominator or the little whatever. We don't want to do that, so we don't even want to give nobody the ammunition to even say our eyebrows look like that. So we typically just wanted to have that nice clean arch. And so if you see, I can already tell this eyebrow is bomb. I don't know what be going on with this one. It be tripping. So I'm going to go in, and I'm going to go in with my dip brow, so ladies and gents can see the difference when you are using a dip brow and a brush, and you can choose whichever one you feel like will work best with you. So I am using my Urban Decay brow box. The brow box is Blackout. When you open it, it pretty much gives you 3 colors. As you can see, mine has been used. I typically use this color. I don't use gray or the white. It gives you a little mirror, and in the bottom it gives you some brushes or little mini brushes that you can use. So that's something that I will do. When you're dipping, I'm dipping in there, but you want to definitely tap, because when I tell you you're going to have a lot, it does not take a lot, because it is really, really dark. It doesn't take a lot to put on your eyebrows. Again, I'm just doing small strokes to fill in those areas where the hair may be a little bit spaced out. I will also go down and just gently outline my eyebrow more. Filling this in. And I guess with the dip brow and the angled brush, you get more, you can get more or achieve a more defined look, a precise look with your eyebrows. So it just all depends, like I said, what you feel comfortable with. So I'm just going to take that excess. I'm going to go up and down with strokes. Again, I am barely putting it in. And you want your brush to follow your hair, how you got it going. Now, me personally, I like it, but I'm still gonna clean it up some. That's just me. I'm just very anal about my eyebrows and how I want it to look. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this. Sometimes you can take it, well, not sometimes, if you want, you can take your, take your arch up from the tail going in as well. And you're just making sure you curve it as you come in. You're just going to drag all that out, because remember, you're going to buff it out. And typically your eyebrows are going to look like cousins. Don't feel bad if they don't look like sisters. If you can get them to look like sisters, sis, you are that beat. It's a little difficult sometimes, but it's not, it just takes practice, and it just all depends on what a person likes with their eyebrow. Alright guys, so that is that. I hope that you learned something from this tutorial. Definitely please let me know your thoughts. Like I stated, please subscribe, like, and comment, and share. Definitely let me know some products that you guys use that you like to use when you're doing your eyebrow, and also tell me some techniques that you guys use. There's different ways you can do it. There is no right or wrong. So until next time, thank you guys. Love you so much, Prissy. Bye.